Well, the international impact of the cultural metropolis of Basel is big, especially for art. Everybody knows Art Basel, but it's the most important art fair of the world. In between with two other places, Hong Kong and Miami, they are dealing with. But it's also our museums that are very important. We have different museums for fine art that have an international reputation. But also in music and in theatre we have a lot to offer. So I would say that Basel is a small city but a big cultural metropolis.
Basel for me has always been more than important, starting from 1992 when I started collecting. And I still remember that my first experience in a fair was in Basel. I think that Basel is really a place you can really spend 1 week during the fair to see the fair and the museums, but you can go all over the year because in Basel you can always add really fantastic, good, interesting, high quality exhibition in the most museum of the city.
I think the city of Basel has a very, very long cultural history. I mean, it's been an important city in the cultural landscape for centuries. It has the oldest art museum in the world. It has great private collections, but there is 1 week per year where a great portion of the art world comes to the city of Basel, and that's the Week of Art Basel. And I think in comparison to the beginning, when it was just the buyers and sellers, now really everybody shows up. We have hundreds of artists, we have dozens of curators, we have great private patrons, we have museum directors, we have galleries who are in the show, galleries who are not in the show, and all sorts of art lovers. So there is a moment in the year where the whole art world comes to Basel.
I think Basel is an extremely important place for the production, for the exhibiting, for the discussing, for the seeing of art, for many reasons. One of it is its audience. Actually, it's incredible to be in a place with so many incredible institutions and an audience that's basically grown up looking at art, living with art, being used to being around it. It makes them extremely open, locally, but also because of its extreme centrality, it means that people can very easily come from around the world, and they do, to see institutions that run the span from the Kunsthalle Basel, where I work, but also the incredible collection of the Kunstmuseum, the Fondation Bayerler, the Musée Tinguely, the Schaulager. There are so many institutions. The Museum for Gegenwartskunst. There are many, many institutions devoted to, on the one hand, exhibiting, conserving, preserving cultural heritage, but also, in the case of the Museum for Gegenwartskunst and Kunsthalle Basel, we're making it for the future. We're here now in Milano for the World Expo. It's kind of a outdated cultural anachronism. It's something really that dates back to the 19th century, and on the other hand, it's a chance for every country, and in this case, Switzerland and Basel as a week within the whole fair moment, to be able to show off not only what we produce in terms of food, but also content. And that was a really important part of the initiative of bringing together a lot of the different cultural producers to Milano to sit together, to speak together, to share the content that we're all so invested in.